Okay, I'm going to show you my dual facility setup. I have the barn and the docks. The barn here, the main job is just to make the raw cocaine, the raw cocoa, whatever, and take it to the docks. The docks also makes raw cocaine, but it also mixes. Here's a layout. Got 9 pots on each side for 18 pots. Keep a gap between the wall because if not, the botanist will go outside and plant, and sometimes they can get stuck. 4 drying racks on this side, 5 drying racks on this side, 6 shelves, 1 for each botanist. Overstock, 3 cauldrons for 3 ovens, and 3 empty shelves to put the final product. I got 2 beds down here, 1 for me, 1 for one of the employees, the other 9 beds up here. All right, let's get started. So botanist number 1 is assigned to, we'll call it pot number 1, pot number 2, pot number 3, drying rack number 1, drying rack number 2, and shelf number 1. Assign the supplies as the large shelf number 1. That's his job. And we got number 2. Botanist number 2 is assigned to pots number 3, 4, 5. Drying rack number 3. Shelf number 2. And you got botanist number 3, who's assigned to pots 7, 8, 9. Drying rack number 4. And you got botanist number 4. Oh, and botanist number 3, it's the supply rack number 3. Botanist number 4 is assigned to pot 10, 11, 12. Drying racks, what was it for 5 and 6. And then shelf number 4. And you got botanist number 5 here, who's assigned to pots number 13, 14, 15. Drying racks 7 and 8. Shelf number 5. If you're going from that side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5th botanist, 5th shelf. 6th botanist here. My damn mouse. Botanist number 6 is assigned to plants. What do you call it? 16, 17, and 18, and then drying rack number 9. Now, for the pots, you want to have it set up 2 pots per rack because each rack can only hold 20 plants or 20 leaves, and each pot yields 9 leaves. 9 times 2 is 18, which fits. 9 times 3 is 27, which doesn't fit. So 2 pots per rack, right? So you got pot number 1, destination drying rack. Pot number 2, destination drying rack. And you have 3 and 4. Go to rack number 2. 4 and 5, rack number 3. 5 and 6, rack number 3, and then 1 and 2 to rack 1, 3 and 4 to rack 2, 4 and 5 to rack 3, 6 and 7 to rack 4, and then pot number 9 and pot number 10 come over here to rack number 5. And then these 2 go here, these 2 go here, these 2 go here, these 2 go there. That's, you sign them, set the destination. Okay. Each pot, you want to set the seed to coca seed, the additive to fertilizer, the green fertilizer, because it turns it from blue quality to purple, and then you put the purple in the drying rack, and you only need to go from purple to gold instead of blue to gold, so it saves you a good amount of time. So drying rack, so each pot is set to each drying rack. Each drying rack you want to set to a cauldron. There's 9 racks and 3 cauldrons. So assign 3 drying racks. So I do these 3 drying racks are going to this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one are going to this one, and then these 3 are going to that one. And you do that by setting the destination to each of them. Set the destination. And make sure they're all gold quality. All the racks are gold quality, and the destination is 3 of them per cauldron. Now the cauldron, you want to set the destination to lab oven. There's 3 ovens set to 1 oven each, right? So this cauldron is the destination lab oven. This one's lab oven's right here, and this one's lab oven is right here. Now you want to set the destination of the lab oven to its own storage rack to pour out the final product, right? So give them each their own rack because they will fill up quick. They need enough space. So this oven goes to that drying rack, etc. Okay. that's that. Now the chemists. The chemists are easy in this place. So you want to set a cauldron, one cauldron, and one oven per chemist. Simple. 3 chemists, each get an oven, and each get a drying rack. That's it. Plain and simple. And when you have the oven set to the rack, they'll also move the product to the rack. That's that. I also have 1 cleaner, which you could also always fire a botanist and get 2 cleaners if you want to keep the place really tidy. Or you can have no cleaners at all and just clean it yourself. This is what I have set up. I have set up like this. So really all I have to clean is this area. Not a big deal, whatever. You can always fire a botanist too. I usually do this manually because the gas lasts a long time in the cauldrons, but I do have a gas stash here, and I use that to fill up the cauldrons. You gotta fill up the cauldrons here. Or you could just like fire the cleaner or botanist, rearrange everything properly, and hire a handler whose sole job will be you'll set a route, and it'll be from this rack to this rack, and you'll set 3 routes. From, and then to each rack, under each route. Plain and simple. That's it for this section. So once the cocaine's done shooting out, I grab it, and I head to the docks. Let's go. Oh, I also have, I forgot to mention, I have overstock over here. 3 rows of seeds, 3 rows of fertilizer, and I have 2 rows of soil. And I also have extra stock. I have a van full of Coca seeds, a van full of fertilizer, and then a van that's got half soil and half gas. Easy peasy, works like a charm. Let's head to the docks. So I would grab the raw cocaine is what you're gonna get from the barn. Just the raw cocaine. It's not mixed. It's just the raw cocaine. Grab that stuff. We'll head over here. And this facility also makes raw cocaine. I have 12 plants going, so it's like a ton of shit funneling into this one place. But here's the setup here. Give you a quick setup, quick look of it all. I gotta. Wait, what the hell? I just put. Whoops. Let's move that over there. I have this gas. This gas feeds to the cauldrons, but I'll explain that in a second. Here goes my beds, my little end table. Get that blicky ready. Little video game system over here. Okay, so in this area in the docks, I have 1, 2, 3 botanists, 4 chemists, and 3 handlers. Okay, so we'll do botanist number 1. Same deal as the barn. Only here there's 12 plants, 6 on each side of the trash can here, and they're each in charge of 4 plants. So she's in charge of 1, 2, 3, 4, and she's also in charge of racks 1 and 2 because there's 6 racks, 3 botanists. You got to give them 2 each and 4 plants. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and racks 1 and 2, and then chemist number 2 is going to be in charge of 4, 5, 6, 7, and then racks number 3 and racks number 4. And then botanist number 3 is going to be in charge of plants 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12, and in charge of racks 5 and 6. Same deal. Same deal as the barn. And you want to have the destination to these 3 cauldrons. Obviously, make sure you have the gold quality again, and make sure you're using the same Coca seeds and fertilizer. So yes, and then you want to set. Sorry, I also forgot to mention you want to set 2 pots, just like in the barn, 2 pots per drying rack. So these 2 go to 1, these 2 go to 2, these 2 go to drying rack number 3, these 2 go to drying rack number 4. You can see the arrow pointing at that one. These 2 go to drying rack number 5. These 2 go to drying rack number 6. And you want to set only here. You want to set. We only have 2 cauldrons, right? So we're going to set 3 and 3 to each cauldron. So 1, 2, 3. Set the destination to this cauldron. These 3 set the destination of each of them to this cauldron. Now you want to set the destination of this cauldron to one of the ovens here, and set the destination of this cauldron to the other oven. Now this is where it gets different. You want to set each oven's destination. Both of them are going to see the arrow, same one. We're going to call this station 1. It's an 8 process mix for this. It's like the best drug in the game, essentially, that I know of. So you have both ovens feeding into, instead of feeding into the drying rack or into the rack like at the barn that I just, the supply rack. It's going to feed have them both feed into station number 1, and then you want to set the destination for station number 1 to be station number 2, station number 2 to be station number 3, 4 sets number 4 to 5, 5 to 6, 6 to 7, 7 to 8, and number 8 you want to set to the brick press. Set it to the brick press, and then the brick press destination you want to send to an empty to whatever wherever you want to put the final product. This is the final product. Mine is called Hairy Dick. That was not a name I gave it. Okay, so the botanists are done. The chemists now. The chemists, you want to give them each. Okay, so chemist number 1 is going to be in charge of cauldron number 1. So assign cauldron number 1 to him. Assign cauldron number 2, and assign station number 1 to him. Chemist number 2 assign station number 2, station number 3, station number 4. Chemist number 3 assign station number 5, 6, and 7. Then chemist number 4 set cauldron number 2 and oven number 2, and then station number 8. That's everything for the chemist. Now for the handlers, see, she's in charge of the brick press. So she'll come to the brick press, brick it up, and then move it to the rack. She's also in charge of, you have to add routes, right? With suppliers, you have to just add a route. You add a route, and it would be from, well, I'm not going to do it because I already have everything set up, but see, it says cauldron. So those 2 routes are here, the extra gas to cauldron, extra gas to cauldron. So the cauldrons always have gas. And you could always add one of these at the barn too if you want. One of those handlers to do that. And then handler number 2 has 4 routes, and so does handler number 3. They both have 4 routes, and those 4 routes are going to be from here to here, from here to here. It keeps everything stocked, right? So this is where you're going to put all your extra stuff, and they all match the stations. So just have handler number 1. We'll start at the beginning. Station number 1. Handler number 1 is going to be in charge from here to here, from here to here, from here to here, and so on. And then handler number 3 does this side, these 4, here to here, here to here, yada yada yada, and that keeps everything flowing really, really well. I believe that's actually the whole setup. I think that's it. We did the botanists, we did the chemists, we did the handlers. Oh, okay. So the product that I get from the barn, I stick here in these 2 shelves. And the same handler that I have that's doing the bricking, old Sarah over here, she's doing the bricking. She's taking the gas to the cauldron, These 2 routes are here. Here and here to station number 1, where you start mixing. So you basically are funneling all the raw cocaine from the ovens and the shelves from the barn to station number 1. And it gets everything flowing. It's seamless. I mean, like, I don't even have to run these facilities at this point because I have so much product. I mean, look at this shit. And I just filled up my dealers with a bunch of stuff. So, like, this is going to take forever to unload. Like, I don't even have to run the facility. Like, I feel like I've beaten the game. And then I always have overstock in the vans here. I order them from the delivery app. And, you know, this van is going to be all the supplies needed for that side. And this is going to be all the supplies needed for that side. And I have a couple extra vans here in case I have, you know, just to put shit in if, like, I want to get rid of one of the vans, but there's still some product in there, I can move it to here. Yeah, that way I can have another delivery started and just keep it flowing. This is the overstock I have for the plants downstairs. Same thing as the barn. Seeds, fertilizer, and a little bit of soil. Oh yeah, the botanists down here, you need to assign that there's 3 of them. Give them each their own rack, just like at the barn. Handler 1, botanist 1, botanist 2, botanist 3. Assign these shelves. That'll be their shelves. And that's pretty much it. I think there's a couple of things I needed to bring up. So yeah, the plant I'm selling sells for a shitload. It's at $9.99. It's this recipe that I'm doing here. Let me see. I wrote a few things down. Oh, okay. So lately I've been seeing a lot of videos on TikTok of people claiming that certain customers, dealers benefit from certain customers, and that might be the case. But I've tried 4 different lists that people have posted, and it's been a bunch of bullshit. Here's how I deal with selling, and I think it's great because it funnels everything into one area. So I have all my dealers selling to customers in their region, right? Their regions are like, so if right here, dealer, his region's uptown, he's selling to these people. and he's selling to these people, so on. Except for Benji. Don't assign Benji any dealers in his area. Assign him the extra dealers that you couldn't assign to the other areas, and this leaves you with 14 people. And luckily enough, those 14 people are the only ones that are going to be left to sell to. So what that means is, what you can do is set all your deliveries to late night, right? I'm going to show you how awesome this is, because it just makes life so much easier. So now when I go sell, it's all going to be in Benji's area, and it's got the most customers, so you make a shitload of money. We'll just knock them out real quick. Boom. Boom. This way. Want some crack? Basketball court. You just run the same route every night, and if you start selling before like early enough, like do it, like get there early and sell, you'll get calls from other customers as well, so you can like really min-max how much money you make a night. I mean, look at this shit. It's just like they're all right next to each other because they're all in one area. I don't have to travel to the mayor's house or any of that shit. And just like that, I mean, you sell. It's ridiculous. It's just so much simpler this way. Now, I mean, it's not as fun, you know. You're not traveling the whole map, but if you're just trying to make money and get all the achievements, you know, without being one of these fucking cheaters that uses a console, which I think is so stupid. I don't know why I was put in the game, but whatever. This one's a little tough. You want to sell it quick before they yoink you. That's it. That's everything. Thanks for watching.